The rapture is not the second coming of Christ. Many Christians have confused others by saying that is the second coming. No, the first coming was to earth, the second coming must be to earth. The rapture is not a coming to earth, it's a calling us home to heaven for the marriage to the Lamb, Christ as the church is his bride, Revelation 19:7. And then the bride returns with Christ for the second coming to earth. Now look at the rapture. In 1 Thessalonians 4:16, the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them, with the dead, in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Where did they meet? In the air. That's not the second coming. 7 years later, after that marriage, when he returns to the earth, we find in Revelation 19, verse 11, that he comes regally, royally, majestically on that white horse. The armies in heaven are with him, verse 14. And he comes as the King of the kings and Lord of the lords. That's to earth, because you don't have kings in heaven unless they're saved kings who have no authority there. And he reigns over them for 1,000 years, the kings and all the inhabitants who are left behind after Armageddon, for that's not the end of the world. And 1,000 years, Revelation 20, verse 4, yes, but then he's recommissioned, as I said last week, in 1 Corinthians 15, 24 to 28, and he rules forever on earth, terra firma. The second coming is here. Revelation 11:15, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our God and his Christ, and he shall reign over the kingdoms and the earth forever and forever and forever. Now it's changed because 1,000 years is finished and it's become eternal. And oh, what a world it's going to be. And you know, you guys that don't believe in the rapture have a real problem. Why? What are you going to do concerning the resurrection? All the church creeds believe it. John 5:28, marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that have done good, unto the resurrection of life, salvation, eternal existence with God, and they that have done evil, unto the resurrection of damnation, eternal loss, eternal hell. Now, why do you have a problem? All right, we see that the dead are going to rise, but what about the living? There's nothing in the resurrection of the dead in the Bible that includes the living, unless you believe in the rapture. And there it says the dead rise first, and then we which are alive and remain are caught up with him. You can't get a complete resurrection of all believers unless you got the dead and the living, and you got to have the rapture to have that, Rexella. And when he comes to earth, it's called the revelation. He's revealing to all the world. He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, Revelation 1:7.